Low Goodreads ratings don't mean a thing to me, and that's why I'm about to read the lowest rated books that are on my physical TBR. We're gonna keep it horror thriller, of course. But don't forget, we don't do TBRs. We do TBDs because I never know what these eyes are gonna read. That was kind of a bar. Period. I have spent the last 20 or 30 minutes putting all of the horror thrillers that I own that I haven't read in my Goodreads so that I can have a spot to see what the ratings are. In this video, I'm going to pick 5 books that are the lowest rated on Goodreads that I own and haven't read, obviously. This is gonna be part 1. Part 2 is going to be a reading vlog of me actually reading these suckers. Now, y'all remember what I said about TBDs? We're gonna have to see how this pans out. So I'm gonna go to my Goodreads. I'm on my want to read shelf on Goodreads, and I have the shelf sorted by lowest rating to highest rating, like average rating. And I'm gonna pick the first 5 that I see. I have no idea what's gonna be on there, but I need to read more of the books that I own. I have a really bad habit of buying new books and reading those instead of these poor books that I've adopted over the years that have not gotten any attention. That's not good. So in an attempt to get my physical TBD down, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep it horror thrilly because I'm really in my spooky era, and I do think I'm gonna do the same thing for all the genres. So I'm gonna do a romance, I'll do a fantasy, I'll do a literary fiction. We're gonna go through all the genres, but of course I gotta start with the classic horror thrillers. Okay, so automatically the first book I see that I own is Catherine House by Elizabeth Thomas. Hold on, let me get it. So this is Catherine House by Elizabeth Thomas, and I got about 30 or 40% into this book on audio before I DNF'd her. And not one of those, oh, I might be in the mood later. No, I DNF'd it. Like, shorty ain't coming back. But I don't think I'm gonna try again for this video because I think later down the line, I might do a retrying books that I DNF'd kind of video. I think I should save it for that. And the thing is, I listened on audio, and I know sometimes that can like manipulate the vibes a little bit. So I think I might try to immersively read this. So listen to audio and follow it physically. But I did love the spooky atmospheric vibes from the audio. So I haven't really considered giving this a try, but I don't know. So I'm gonna skip this one for this video. Okay, next is Harrow by Joy Williams. Interesting. Let me see how this is categorized. This isn't a thriller, so I'm gonna skip that one. Okay, so the next Edenville or Edenville by Sam Rebellion. Rebelline. Okay. Yeah, so this is a horror thriller. So Edenville by Sam Rebelline has a pretty low Goodreads rating of 3.2. And I don't know much about this book. I got it off of Book Outlet, and this was very much a cover buy. Very much a cover buy. So, but it's pretty short. Let me see. Yeah, it's like a little over 300 pages, so this might be good. Let's read the inside. An unsettling, immersive, and wildly entertaining debut novel from an exciting new voice in horror for fans of Paul Tremblay and Stephen Graham Jones. And that's me. I'm one of those people. So this is a debut, which is interesting. So let's see. After publishing his debut novel, The Shattered Man, to disappointing sales and reviews, Campbell P. Marion is struggling to find inspiration for a follow-up. When Edenville College invites him to join as a writer in residence, he's convinced that his bad luck has finally taken a turn. His girlfriend, Quinn, isn't so sure. She grew up near Edenville and has good reasons for not wanting to move back. Cam disregards her skepticism and accepts the job, with Quinn reluctantly following along. Right, so Edenville is like a spooky, scary place. And wait, let me see. So this is told in equal parts horror and humor. It explores urban legends that fuel our nightmares. Okay, Sam. Can I call you Samuel? Or Sam, Samampatham? I don't know. I'll just call you Sam. But the cover is stunning. There's a little flower, little sunflower, but it has like a little haunted house in the middle with one light on upstairs. So definitely gonna add this. So I have my first book that I'm gonna add to my TBR. Okay, what's next? Oh, whoa. How did we... Okay, so the next one is Imposter Syndrome by Kathy Wang. Oh. Okay, so we have book number 2. I'm nervous. This has a sticker on it, and I'm so ashamed that I am... You know what? I can't deal with this right now. But if you need a little hack, blow dryer for 20 seconds, she'll come right off. So this is Imposter Syndrome by Kathy Wang. I know nothing about this. This is a 3.27 rating on Goodreads. We're gonna look at the synopsis. I think this is gonna be a little bit different from what I normally read. It is a thriller, but it's like a spy type of thing. So we will see. I'm willing to give it a try. Okay. I was about to say in 2026. This is not a futuristic sci-fi. Okay. In 2006, Julia Lerner is living in Moscow and she's recruited by Russia's largest intelligence agency. Same. By 2018, she's in Silicon Valley as the COO of Tangerine, one of America's most famous technology companies, and funneling intelligence back into the motherland. We love the motherland. Actually, wait, hold on. I might take that back. I don't quite know what the motherland is. Okay. But now Russia's asking for more and Julia's getting nervous. Oh, so this is following 2 people. Alice Liu is a first-generation Chinese American. Oh, is Kathy Wang Chinese? Interesting. Alice Liu is a first-generation Chinese American whose parents are delighted she's working at Tangerine. Too bad she's slogging away in the lower echelons. Recently dumped and now sharing her expensive 2-bedroom apartment with her cousin Sherry. One afternoon, while performing a server check, Alice discovers some unusual activity, and now she's burdened with 2 distressing suspicions. Tangerine's privacy settings aren't as rigorous as the company claims, and the person abusing this loophole might be Julia Lerner herself. Oh, this says Imposter Syndrome is a sharp take on the illusion of the American dream. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna add this one to the TBR. And yes, I'm actually going to attempt to read these. I'm not gonna read something that I don't think I'll like. If it's really bad, I'll DNF it. If I feel like I can push through, then I will. But I'm just saying, don't cuss me out if I don't read all 5 of these books. Okay? Do we have a deal? Is that fair? I feel like that's fair. Okay. What's next? Oh, With My Little Eye by Jocelyn Jackson. Okay. So this is the next one, With My Little Eye. This is a 3.32 rating on Goodreads. And let's see. Karen Slaughter actually blurbed this, which I just read Pretty Girls by her and gave it 5 stars, so that's promising. For actress Maribel Mills, disturbing fan mail is part of the price of fame. So when she starts getting creepy letters written in a fruit-scented marker, childish, she is mostly unfazed. But there's something different about Marker Man. Wait, how do we know it's a man? How do we know that it's a man? Fruit-scented marker doesn't give man to me. I mean, what about you guys? What do you think? I don't know. It doesn't give man. Maribel's sheets smell of unfamiliar cologne and objects have gone missing around the house. While the police insist that stalkers hardly ever escalate to violence, Maribel isn't willing to take that chance. First of all, I don't even want to get into that policy that, like, the police can't do anything about stalkers until after they've killed you. Like, can we change something about that? I don't know. I'm not a poli-sci student. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know, but logically it makes no sense that I have to wait until I've been attacked to do something when I know someone's stalking me and I know they don't have good intentions. Like, where's the deterrent? Where's the preventative measures? Like, come on. We need to do something about that. I hate that. Maribel isn't willing to take that chance. She and her daughter moved from Los Angeles to Atlanta for a fresh start, but no distance is great enough. Years of being in front of a camera have given Maribel a superpower. She can feel eyes on her, and someone definitely has her in their sights. Despite all of her precautions, Maribel will soon find herself alone in the fight of her life. desperate to protect those she loves as danger closes in from all sides. Interesting. Okay, so the front says his game, his rules, her life. So I guess we can safely assume that this is a man. But I don't know. I guess this is just like a straight thriller. Like there's cat and mouse. He's chasing her. She's trying to run away. She's probably like spotting him out in random places. He probably tries to confront her, attack her, and she's having to escape. So that'll be interesting. That's not something that I normally read. I normally lean more towards a psychological thriller or like horror thriller. So this will be interesting. And what I love about this is I think so far, aside from Edenville, I don't know that I would have really picked these other two up. So this is going to be good to get out of my comfort zone. And I'm going to knock off some of these books off my TBR, my TBD. Yeah. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, The Cabin at the End of the World by Paul Tremblay. Yes. Where are you, babe? Oh my gosh. Okay, The Cabin at the End of the World. I am so mad. Okay, when I come back and do the reading vlog, I'm gonna have all these stickers off because I'm starting to piss myself off a little bit. But The Cabin at the End of the World by Paul Tremblay. I have not read this yet, and like I referenced at the beginning of this video, Paul Tremblay is one of my favorite horror novelists. That's a really big word. Run me my Pulitzer. Run me my Pulitzer Prize. I said novelist. Hold on, I feel like I gotta adjust my tie. Anyway, you know what? I heard what you just said with my right ear, and I agree. Something is wrong with me. Okay, I did watch this movie on Netflix, and I loved it. And I'm not quite sure how similar the movie is to the actual book, but I'm gonna try to sum up the movie instead of reading the synopsis. Let me see what the rating is. Oh, it's a 3.33 average Goodreads rating. So not great. And that doesn't surprise me because I feel like Paul Tremblay is one of those authors that either you get it or you don't. It's not bad for it not to be your thing, but he's just one of those, you know, maybe he's your tea or he's not your tea, you know? So we have a couple, Eric and Andrew, who have adopted an Asian baby named Wynn. They go on this vacation to a cabin in the woods. Everything's amazing. They're singing in the car. It's wonderful and beautiful and so freaking fun. Family vacay, woo! There's a stranger that approaches Wynn, the daughter, and is like, where are your parents? I need your parents now. And she's like, stranger danger, perhaps? This man and 4 other people kind of trap this family in the house and say, we need you to save the world. You're gonna have to make a really, really tough decision. But literally the stake of the universe depends on this. Like the world may end depending on your next move. So very interesting. I really did enjoy the movie, and knowing me, I'll probably enjoy the book better. So this one is interesting. I'm excited that this one is on here because I've been wanting to read this. I've had this book for forever. Okay, what's the last book? What's the last book? No, that's not. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. The last book is The Writing Retreat by Julia Bartz. This is a 3.43 rated book on Goodreads. And this is obviously giving like winter vibes, not necessarily fall, but we're gonna read it because I have been wanting to read this. It's pretty, I mean, it's about 300 pages too. So I'm assuming, I don't know much about this book, but I'm assuming it takes place at a writer's retreat. Am I right? Am I right? It's like I just like, my dad jokes, for me to not be a dad nor a parent of any sort. Well, I have 2 dogs, so maybe I am a dad. The dad jokes that just roll out of my brain never cease to amaze thine self. Okay, so last book that I'm gonna be adding to my TBD is The Writing Retreat by Julia Bartz. And of course, this takes place at a writer's retreat. At one exclusive writer's retreat, it's publish and perish. Alex has all but given up on her dream of becoming a published author when she receives a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Attend an exclusive month-long writing retreat at the estate of feminist horror writer Rosa Vallow. Even the knowledge that Ran, her former best friend and current rival, is attending doesn't dampen her excitement. Nickelodeon. Even the knowledge that Ran, her former best friend and current rival, is attending doesn't dampen her excitement. Oh. So basically they're like competing to write a novel from scratch. How many people are there? It doesn't say. But they will get a 7-figure publishing deal, which I'm sure for anybody that is life-changing. So why would you want to turn that up? Anyway, the estate, things start happening that are pretty weird at this estate. And Julia's like, Julia, that's the author. Alex is like, I'm gonna ignore that because I got stuff to do. So she continues to write, and the owner of the estate, the horror writer Rosa, she even starts acting pretty weird. And one of the writers goes missing in the middle of a snowstorm. Yowzers. Yowzers. Let's see who's blurbed this. Janice Hallett, who wrote the appeal, blurbed this: a wild ride from page 1. This thrill-packed story brims with secrets, intrigue, and murder. I dare you to put it down. Look, I don't do well with dares, so I put it down. You dared me. Okay, don't ever play truth or dare with me because I'm never gonna lose. Okay, so we have our TBR. Ah! Okay, I'm actually, let me show you what I'm in the middle of. Hold on. I don't normally read fantasy, so with fall approaching, I have been kind of in a fantasy mood. I'm reading one fantasy and I'm like, I'm in the mood for fantasy. Anyway, the book that I'm in the middle of right now is Masquerade by O.O. Sangoyomi, but I am about 1/4 of the way. It's not super fantasy. It's like a historical fantasy set in Nigeria. There's a blacksmith who people deem as witches. They're all women. And this one blacksmith is abducted and taken to this palace where she is now being taken as someone's wife, like the king's wife. And so she went from like a lowly blacksmith, she's about to be a queen. And I don't know if she really wants to be. I think she loves what she does. It's like kind of part of her. There hasn't been a bunch of the fantasy aspect. Like, there's no map. The only thing that's really giving fantasy to me is the names, of course. But I mean, everywhere that this book is set are real places like Timbuktu, Nigeria. So it's not really giving too complicated of world building to where it's going over my head. But I'm 1/4 of the way through. So once I finish that, which I think I'll finish it tomorrow, I will get started on this reading vlog. I think I'm gonna wait until the reading vlog to tell you what order I'm gonna read these books in, but I kind of have an idea. So here are the books that I'm going to be reading. I am super excited. And I feel like I have a good kind of range in the thriller department. Which of these books are you the most excited for? Are there any where you're like, I actually really love that one? Or, girl, no, you're not gonna like that one. I'm excited to see for myself, and I'm gonna say I am the most excited about, of course, The Cabin at the End of the World and The Writing Retreat by Julia Bartz. I think these are the two that I'm the most excited about getting to. They all sound interesting and they all sound like something that I could potentially like. But thank you for watching my video. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe, and stay tuned for part 2 where I am going to be reading these books. And again, I'm going to be starting it after I finish my current read so that I can vlog it and keep everyone updated on how it goes. And that's it, and that's all. I'll see you next time, and I hope you have a blessed day or night. Ta-ta. Bye. Bye, everybody. All right, turn this video off and pick your book up. Yeah, I'm clocking you. Tik Tok. Yeah. Speaking of that, I need to be doing that so I can start on this vlog. Okay, bye for real.